following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Well, we got a special guest on the phone with us this morning.
It's Mondays with Meeks. We got Representative Stephen Meeks on the phone. Stephen, how you doing today?
Joe.
Stephen, there you are. Go ahead.
Doing good.
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about y'all this morning?
Doing good. Tell us the update.
Before we start with Stephen, I do want to let folks, we do have some more guests in the green room this morning after Stephen gets off. So just letting you know, okay? We have some folks in here this morning from the chamber to talk about the upcoming Taste of Wayne. But Stephen Meeks on the phone. Go ahead, Bob.
Just trying to get the update, Stephen. How's things going up there in the legislature?
Good morning. Everything is pressing along. I think this week pace will pick up on legislation that may be moving. Committees got organized last week, and we had several subcommittee hearings and full committee hearings, respective to myself, both in the Energy, Utilities, and Telecommunications Committee and the Small Business Committee. So we've got a packed week already, or at least today and tomorrow, of committee hearings to take a look at legislation that will be referred to those committees and begin to do some good legislation, hopefully.
With the COVID situation, I know you're all being tested. It seems like things are still moving smoothly, so it hasn't really affected the legislature this year. I know some people have tested positive. What happens when somebody tested, they're not there for the vote? Are they able to get their vote in by...
Do your part to save lives. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That was President Biden's message to him.
In quarantine for the 10 days as recommended by Department of Public Health. So we are tested twice weekly to make sure that we're keeping safe and virus free there. And talking to the human resources manager the other day, we'll have a couple test positive, less than 1%. Is what I understand as a whole, where we're finding positives, but we do get tested twice weekly and continue to social distance and wear a mask and obviously use a good bit of hand sanitizer. And as we do have votes, we're split up again into three areas on the chamber floor, the chamber gallery, and room 341. So we're all able to interact together and vote electronically with pads in the gallery in room 341 just to help move the process along. I know that y'all probably remember me talking last session when we were doing voice votes. It's like we would never get finished with them because as the clerk would read our names out, if we weren't there to vote the first time, he'd have to read through it a second time. So it does speed it up a good bit, but so far we've done well and begin to move forward.
How about security? Is security still as tight as it's been, or is it kind of let up some?
I'd say it's still just as tight. I mean, the appearance of it anyway. We still have armored vehicles around and state trooper cars parked up next to the building. They were still in the process of constructing a fence around the Capitol. And that, I think that began right as we started session. So, the Capitol grounds are still pretty torn up and restricted access just due to fencing and construction around the Capitol. But it's been relatively quiet. We haven't had any issues as we conduct business throughout the day and throughout the week there at the Capitol. And I don't know the time frame for finishing that construction. But we're it's the presence is there. It's noted as we go about our day, and we're grateful for the service of our state troopers and others there at the Capitol.
Well, quite a bit of legislation has been proposed. What do you think is going to make it to the finish line?
I don't know. My crystal ball is not real clear sometimes, Bob. But we'll probably see some sports betting moving forward. That bill made it through its way through subcommittee last week. We're liable to see it at some point in the near future. I know that the committee overseeing the election reform legislation, Chairman Barry Fleming, They moved a piece of legislation last week regarding the time frame for which absentee ballots can be mailed out in an effort to have them to return on time and by deadline into the precinct offices. So I suspect that one may move this week. We're under current law, absentee ballots can be mailed out right up until the Friday before the election. This piece of legislation would back that time frame up to 10 days before the election in an effort to make sure those ballots are received on time in order to be timely counted. So I expect that one may move this week, and also see some others probably moving forward here shortly. We're beginning to work on the FY21 appropriations bill. We'll start meetings this week regarding that. Still waiting on the Senate to finalize their version of the amended budget, so we hopefully we'll see that maybe this week or next as the legislature moves forward.
What about the update on broadband? I saw where they proposed a lot of money to be put in there for rural Georgia. You think that'll pass?
I do. Some of that has been put into the amended budget, $20 million, and there'll be additional money put into the big budget for rural broadband. And I would direct your attention today at 3 o'clock, I believe it is. There will be an announcement at the Capitol with a joint announcement with Georgia EMCs on a big project that they are going to work on. I understand it to be in the middle Georgia area at first and then expand from there. So tune in today. I believe it's 3 o'clock that press conference would take place and making a pretty sizable announcement from what I understand. But I think that with the governor's backing and stepping up to put some money into the amended budget for these grants within the One Georgia Authority, he realizes how important it is that we do get broadband deployed into the rural parts of Georgia, so that we have the connectivity that we need in the times that we're currently living, particularly with the ability for some students today to stay home and participate in school lectures. So we've got a long way to go, but we're making some steps to get there.
Again, you're just joining us, Stephen Meeks on the phone, State Representative, Mondays with Meeks. Are you hearing from your constituents? What's on their mind this session? What are the big topics from them?
So far, it's been election reform. Those have been the big issues so far. Hearing a little bit on education, but mostly on election reform, and of course, budget's always an issue when it comes to different areas pertaining to our state and those wonderful people that we have across our state that work day in and day out. We hear from folks across the departments to let us know their needs at an appropriations level, but mostly from the constituents right now. And in addition to that, I guess the vaccines. We're trying to make sure we continue to roll those out in the best and quickest way possible, and making sure that we've got all the information out there. And I will forward you, Bob, a link that has a site where constituents can go on and look at where appointments are available for the vaccination for this one, I guess it's 1A plus, that's the stage that we're currently in on vaccination. So I'll get that to you where you can post and give constituents an ability to go on and find out where the best possible places are to go or availability of appointments for vaccinations. So, that's what we're hearing right now. And I would ask that if any of you have comments regarding the sports betting and other things that you see highlighted from the General Assembly, give me a shout. Let me know what your thoughts are. Shoot me an email at stephen.meeks at house.ga.gov and let us know what you're thinking.
Well, Stephen, always good talking to you on a Monday with Meeks. Again, stay safe in Atlanta, and we'll check in with you next Monday. We appreciate it very much.
Great. Thank you. Two quick things before I go. Congratulations to the cheer team and winning that title this week. That's pretty exciting. And for those of you who had an opportunity to attend the Wayne County Hog Show on Friday evening, it was a great event and a really good turnout. And congratulations to those participants of the Hog Show. And I understand some of them even went on to do some further shows this weekend. So good luck to those guys and to the cheer team as they move on to their state competitions. And Bob, just real quick, I didn't hear beforehand. Were you pulling for Tom Brady?
Yeah, I changed and jumped on that winning bandwagon. I was tired of pulling against him. He beat the Saints, he beat the Packers, so I flipped just in time. So it was a winner chicken dinner on Sunday for me.
It's really hard to oppose Tom Brady.
Yeah, can't bet against Brady. That's what I told him Friday. So I finally got smart and jumped on that winning ticket.
Well, we're glad you did. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to call in, and it's always good to talk to you.
Okay, thanks, Stephen.
Great, thank you.
All right, State Representative Stephen Meeks, our special guest here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Well, we got some folks from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce to come in a moment and talk about food. I always love that. Right here on 105.5 FM WIFO.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
When it comes to growing a family business, we understand the business of growing. At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years with competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit. First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit FirstSouthernGA.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, 11 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And we have in the studio with us this morning, Dina Bennett and Alan. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Are y'all sitting here to talk about Bob and I's favorite subject, food? Are y'all here to talk about that this morning?
We are.
You are? Okay. Well, let's do it. Dina, tell us what's going on.
Well, we are the early stages of planning for our 12th annual Taste of Wayne. And for those of you who do not know what Taste of Wayne is, it is our largest fundraising event that we do at the Chamber each year. And it's an opportunity for us to showcase some of our local restaurants, caterers, etc. So we host this event every year. The vendors get to come in, prepare food, some of their favorite or most popular dishes, and the attendees have the opportunity to just walk around and enjoy all the wonderful food that is prepared.
Well, good.
Yeah.
When is the event going to be?
So normally we do it in March, but we've pushed it back to June due to
June.
Yep, due to COVID.
You're here
and some
in
of
February talking about June.
Yes,
wow,
we
man,
are.
You are pre-planning.
We are going to start putting some information out there and start preparing and collecting some of the items that we need for that night, because of course we always have a silent auction and a live auction, so we depend on donations for those two events to make the night successful. So we want to give normally we would be preparing back in October, starting in October for our March event, but we've pushed it back a little bit. So, yeah, we just give the community an opportunity to kind of prepare and decide how they want to be a part of the event. It's a great opportunity for our businesses to sponsor the event in many ways, provide donations, which is also getting some advertisement for their business. There's just several different ways to be a part of this event, but we have it scheduled for Thursday, June the 3rd, and it's going to be held at Under the Chandelier.
Under the Chandelier this year. Now, if the Taste for Wayne's going to be in June, when is the Legacy Dinner going to be?
So we'll still try to shoot for doing that at the end of June.
Oh, okay, so both of them around the same time.
Right.
Okay, all right. Well, Alan, what's your involvement in the Taste of Wayne?
I'm not really sure. No.
Whatever.
He's here for the entertainment.
I have enjoyed the last few years helping them out with the Taste of Wayne project, and it's been a great success. This year, I don't know if y'all know the theme is going to be Casino Night.
Casino Night, huh?
That's right. And we're going to have some Texas Hold'em tables, some blackjack tables, roulette tables, and a craps table. And the venue is going to be inside and outside. So because of the social distancing need, we're going to have a lot of activity outside. All the vendors will be outside, as well as we're going to have music outside and some tents and things of that nature. So we're hoping that most folks will spend the time outside, but the casino portion will be on the inside of the Under the Chandelier. And we're looking forward to that. We've got some folks bringing in some bona fide tables and what do you call those people?
The dealers.
Dealers. They got dealers.
Bona fide tables, huh?
Bona fide, yep.
Yeah, when I was a member of the Sertoma Civic Club up in Aiken, South Carolina, that's what we did as fundraisers. Is we had all the tables, we had the dealers, we had it all packed in a warehouse, and then we'd have people who would rent us and the tables, and we would go and put on these casino nights up throughout the Aiken, Augusta area for many years while I was up there. And they're always fun. They're always done for charity events. You know, you can't do otherwise other than charity. And this is going to work out great. I think the people will have a lot of fun. We'll be at inside and out. And you'll have all the big tents set up outside and the vendors set up out there and all the Las Vegas casino night going on. That's going to be fun.
Well, and a lot of our reasoning for starting to prepare so early is there are some changes that we're making due to COVID-19 and the social distancing. We're trying to make everything as paperless as possible, do some things electronically. So our silent auction every year, we've had papers out, people bidding on their items. So we're looking at transitioning that into an electronic event, that kind of thing. So as we get those details worked out, we'll be sharing that information with everybody. Most likely we'll begin the auction, the silent auction portion, prior to the event, have an online auction. So for those who may not be able to attend, can still participate in the silent auction. So a lot of new things coming this year that I think that'll be great. And
hopefully by June, things will be better with the COVID situation as more people get their vaccine shots. I know I'll get my second one in about 3 weeks. And then the next group will start with their shots and so forth. So hopefully by June things will be better, even though I know we'll still be doing those precautions in June from what everybody's predicting. I mean, the Touchdown Club just had their big $10,000 giveaway, all done virtually.
Yes.
At least y'all are trying to do this in person and virtually to give people the option of what they want to do.
That's right.
Taste of Wayne coming up in June, sponsored by the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. And right now, folks can be sponsors. Just call the chamber at 427-2028, 427-2028, and ask, how can I help?
That's right. We'll be sending out some information later today that'll go out to our members. It'll be on social media, so you have the opportunity to take a look and see what those sponsorship opportunities are that are available. And then Kara will be reaching out to some of our past vendors who have participated, and of course that's open to any restaurant or caterer in our community. Do not have to be a chamber member to participate in this event, so it's open to anybody. So that information will be getting out to the public later today.
Well, good.
We are going to limit the number of vendors this year to 12. And the opportunity is going to be great because we're going to actually extend the hours of the event. It'll be from 5 to 10.
5 to 10. What night of the week is this?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday night.
Yep.
So it's going to be
June
from 5
3rd.
to 10. June 3rd. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, sounds good.
Yep, we do have raffle tickets. We do a cash raffle every year, so we have those available at the chamber. Our committee members there'll be several people throughout the community selling those, but they're $10 a piece. We give away $250, $500, $750, and $1,000. So those raffle tickets are available beginning today at the chamber office, and our raffle is sponsored by Country Financial, Sean O'Quinn.
Okay. Bob, questions, comments for our guest this morning? Nothing at all? Sounds great. Looking forward to Taste of Wayne coming up in June. And so folks can participate and be, like you said, only 12 vendors, only 12 restaurants this year.
That's
so
right.
if you're a restaurant, go ahead and get yourself signed up.
And the other thing is because of the COVID issues and social distancing, we will have to limit the number of attendees. So when the tickets become available, if you want to come, you need to go on and get your tickets.
Okay.
That's right.
Yep. And we pushed it out to June primarily because of the weather. Although we're risking a little bit of heat, we want to try to make sure we didn't have a rainy day. So we're hoping that June will be nice to us and not give us a
hard
wet
to say.
Thursday.
Yeah.
But,
July and August, you're getting into those, those rainy afternoons and nights and thunderstorms. June, hopefully, will be okay.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
We've had rain the last 2 years during the day or leading up to the event, but, it's been indoors, so we haven't had to worry about that. But, we're hoping to push it out enough that maybe things will be a little more opened up as far as the COVID situation. But, yes, have some nice weather to be able to enjoy the outdoors.
All right. Taste of Wayne coming up in June, sponsored by the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Always a very popular event, big fundraiser for the Chamber. Get involved.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a minute. Take a step forward in the right direction in 2021 with a new career. Contact us here at WIFO-FM and WLOP-AM about our current openings for account executives, full-time or part-time. You will be trained to offer local businesses effective radio and digital advertising and marketing solutions. Salary plus commission. Call or text us to set up an interview at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. That's 912-427-3711. Call between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday and ask for Mr. Hubbard. Text us anytime. Begin the new year with a new career with WIFO and WLOP Radio. Jessup Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer. Well, Bob, we're doing good this morning. We've already had 2 different guests, and we still have 9 more minutes of the show left.
There you go.
There you go. Just moving right along. So let's talk about the Touchdown Club big giveaway. Had those five guys or people decided to split that $10,000, right?
Yeah, that's what normally happens. Smart move, but they were all.
I didn't know what would happen this year with maybe some, being virtually and people just putting on their ticket whether they're split or not. You always have a person out there, well, I'm getting in it for all or for nothing. And this time, everybody decided to split.
They were able to get in touch with people. Everybody had their phones. So.
Okay, well, good. Well, good. And so the Wayne County Touchdown Club having that big giveaway on Saturday night, on the Saturday night before the Super Bowl.
In the 5 people who walked away $2,000, Tracy Brown, Brett McDaniel, John Swinkle, Andy Beaver, Katie Stevens. Other winners, Brian Nipper won $300, Eddie Foltz $500, Ken Fine $700, and Kelly Lamb $1,000. So once again, Bob Morgan shut out. Have yet to win.
Yeah. Well, the Touchdown Club appreciates your $100 donation there every year, Bob.
Those drawings, so.
Yeah, just shut out completely again. You figured the odds be in your favor, after all these years of buying tickets, you'd win something now.
At least one of my tickets got to the last 25, so at least I didn't get yanked early. At least I had some anticipation there.
You still had some hope there toward the end. After 75, it had already been drawn, huh?
Yeah. But
all right.
Didn't make it.
Oh, well.
It was a good event. And I said the big winners Touchdown Club, they need that money to for a lot of, goes right back into the program, does a lot for the football program. So they appreciate everybody's participation. But it went well. Had a chance to watch it on the Facebook Live thing. So
yeah. You actually went on Facebook Live, or were you with somebody?
I was at a party.
You were at a party?
Yeah, I was on Facebook Live. I don't have any technology.
I don't have any social media either like you.
I had to go somewhere I could watch it.
So you go somewhere, yeah. All right, well, sounds good. And congratulations to the Touchdown Club for another great fundraiser. And, of course, the beneficiary of it all is the football team, where the football team will get the meals and the equipment, the items, and the things that they need that Coach Cribb says they need, which would be great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we had the Wayne County competition cheerleaders who were in here in the studio last week. One region, is that correct?
Yeah, they won it all. Still undefeated, going to state February 15th in Macon. So I have to get them back in here before they go to state. But our congrats to Katie Ward, and 4th year with that program, the region championship. So phenomenal job by those girls. Again, they haven't lost all year. They've been undefeated all season long.
Isn't that amazing? Undefeated all season in their 4th year.
Great story.
That is a great story. So congratulations to the competition cheerleaders there at Wayne County High School for winning the region and now going on the state. Anything else from high school sports from the weekend that you...
The basketball teams.
Basketball team, girls won, boys lost. Yeah,
veterans unbeaten. They'll be in town tomorrow night, so people can check out the basketball teams tomorrow. The soccer teams will be home tomorrow against Southeast Bullet. They went down to... Or they hosted Brunswick Friday. The boys lost a tough one 3-2. Girls won 4-1.
Okay.
And the baseball team set for a scrimmage tomorrow with the man from Eddie over in Vidalia will be over there for that broadcast beginning at 5:30.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Baseball season here. Scrimmage this week, and the first regular season game is next week. Is that correct?
I believe it's next week.
Next week?
Next Tuesday, I believe.
All right. Hard to believe, but starting off.
Well, cold weather. It always starts in cold.
It always starts in cold. Cold, more that weather, huh? Well, it's winter, Bob. I mean, winter goes on to the 3rd week in March. I mean, we're here just...
Eventually, they're going to get smart and flip the seasons.
They're not going to flip the seasons, Bob. They're never going to flip the seasons. Quit. You bring that up all the time. They will never flip the seasons. Ain't happening.
Eventually.
Ain't happening. Okay. You're talking about, 100 years of tradition here.
You got to believe.
You got to believe they're not going to change. Because it's pretty warm by the end of baseball season. It starts in the cold. But football teams, it starts in the hot and ends in the cold.
First month is cold.
Yeah, first month it's winter. First month is winter, Bob. It's winter.
That's why you're not supposed to be playing baseball. It's not baseball.
Well, with the schools ending, ending school now the 3rd week in May instead of the, the 2nd week in June like they used to.
At the same time they play softball. They play softball in warm weather. Why can't they play baseball in warm weather?
Because they play football that time. Everybody's used to football games at the beginning of the school year. That's not going to change. Yeah, so let's go on to another subject.
It's just stupid.
Yeah, well, stupid is as stupid does, but that's the way it is, Bob. Things just change. You remember when we used to have our first football game the Friday of Labor Day or the week after that? Remember when we used to start the University of Georgia? When you went and when I went, it was usually around the 17th of September. Okay, when we began fall quarter, not semester, but quarter. We usually began that 3rd week in September. Rod Stewart's song, Maggie May, says it's late September. I must be getting back to school. Everything started back then later, but they moved everything up with the semester system in college. Now we began high school the first of August, and same thing with college. Begins about the 2nd week in August.
We can change it back.
It's not going to. It'd be nice, but they're not going to do it. Remember, if they had 2 home games at the University of Georgia when we went, the students weren't there. Right. They weren't there if they had, because they usually started Labor Day weekend. The students weren't there. If they were home games, it was just regular fans there. But things change. I remember when I first moved to South Carolina in 1980, when Dad and I bought the radio station up in Aiken, South Carolina. I couldn't believe that Clemson University was going back to school the 2nd week in August. I said, what is this? Oh, it's the semester system. You start the 2nd week in August. I said, well, University of Georgia, we don't start until the 3rd week of September because we were on the quarter system. But that changed a few years later, and we're on the semester. So everything just moved up, Bob, because of that. All right, 7:27. Well, Bob, both you and I predicted that Tom Brady and the Bucs would win on Friday and hoped they would win, and he did, and the Bucs won.
I didn't think they'd win like that. That was just a dominating performance. I mean, Kansas City just couldn't get anything going. But I mentioned that, those tackles were out. The offensive line was banged up, and that front four, Tampa just had Patrick Mahomes running for his life the entire game. So it's pretty much a beat down yesterday. It wasn't much of a game, but Kansas City. But Brady just, calm, cool, and collected. Just
he's been there, done that, Bob.
It's just amazing when you think of it. He has more Super Bowl championships than franchises.
Isn't that something?
You know how long the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise has been in existence? They got 6.
They got 6.
The Patriots got 6. Cowboys got 5. And Brady's got 7.
Oh, boy.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Absolutely
amazing. Coming back for more. So
coming back for more. And it's great the fact that he was able to throw the ball to his buddy there, Rob, the Gronk, for Gronk 2 touchdowns there in the first half.
But you look at this round. They had to win 3 games on the road. They had to go to Washington. Then they had to go to New Orleans and beat Drew Brees and the Saints. Then they went to Green Bay and beat Aaron Rodgers, who just got named most valuable player for the league in Green Bay Packers. And then they go to home and play at Tampa. So, it's just...
They earned it.
It's unbelievable.
They went through some major competition there, and they earned it. They defeated the 2 top teams in the league, which was Green Bay for the NFC and Kansas City for the AFC. They didn't slip in the back door. They had to earn their way in against the best quarterbacks out there, and they did it. But it was interesting that Brady at about 10 o'clock on Saturday night texted his teammates and gave them we can win this, and talked about some of the things they could do to win, some of the things that he saw on film that could help them win, and they all came in with a big belief because their leader had confidence in all of them.
I'm just glad I got smart and saw the light. Like I didn't think he could beat New Orleans. Didn't think he could beat Green Bay. Had Kansas City winning it all year long. But I just had, I kept seeing that nightmare that he kept beating me. So I said, it's time to get smart and just jump on the winning train.
Just jump on that winning train, Bob. Okay?
It was good to see.
It was good. But the beatdown is what is amazing. Yeah. That defense of Tampa Bay and the mistakes that Kansas City made and just a great performance by the offense of Tampa just was amazing.
Wasn't much of a game. Wasn't the game everybody expected. So
no, it wasn't.
Happy for Bruce Arians, the oldest coach to ever win. It's good to see his 95-year-old mother there from London to see it. So that was a good story. So.
Yeah.
Thought the halftime show was good. I enjoyed the halftime show the weekend.
Okay.
Just a good day.
Yep, good day. All right. Anything else, Bob?
That's it.
All right. Have a good day. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and by Murphy Builder Supply.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.